All right, guys, we've made it down into the valley. Pretty excited. So we had this cold front, which it's spring now. What's happened is the last 3 days, technically 2 days, today's the third day, it's been really, really warm. And off of my last hiking video that you guys may or not seen, but I'll link to it right here. That was a hot day in the middle of winter, and it was a really hot day, and all the bugs came out. And trout were coming up and eating my indicator. So I didn't want to do that hike again. That one was awful. It was so hard. It was brutal. So I'm at a little bit more well-known area. I'll say the area is well-known, but it's not well-known that there's trout here. I didn't know until very recently. So I'm gonna hike in and see if I can find some pools in this area. I'm already seeing signs. I'm down below the snow now. Had to park up at the snow and kind of take this mile or two trek through the woods. Pretty nice path, but it's been pretty beat up. It's not super well maintained, but I'm starting to see bugs. That's the big thing. So in these big sunlit areas, you can see the sun kind of creeping through on the lens here. So in these big areas where you get the sun like that, I can see the bugs kind of floating around in the sky, a couple butterflies here and there. And that's what those trout are gonna key in on while they're in these pools on these hot days. When the bugs come out, the butterflies come out, they hit the water, and those trout, we're hitting the end of winter, so they didn't have a whole lot to eat when it was really cold. So right now, we're hitting these areas. This should be prime. It's like I said, it's the third hot day. Prior to this, it was really cold, and it snowed like 2 weeks ago. So I think we got a really good chance on getting some fish on dry flies, which I've never done. If you guys don't know, I'm horrible at fly fishing. I don't really know what I'm doing. My casts are awful. My ability to do it is pretty bad, but it's all about that adventure. So the adventure here is, can we find the trout? So we know that they're here somewhere. So we're gonna hike out into the areas that I think they're at. And then, can I cast? Because, my casting's pretty bad. And then after that, it's, can I get them to bite and or can I hook the fish? So I'm pretty excited. You can hear me breathing hard. I basically live at sea level and spend all my time at sea level. So we're up in 4,000+ feet right now. And for me, that's pretty high. So I'm gonna be short of breath, but that's okay. It's worth the adventure. I got all my stuff, I got a ton of gear. And I'll show you guys when we get down to the bottom what my fly box looks like. It's mostly just gonna cause some anxiety for some of you guys watching, but I think it's pretty hilarious because I don't fly fish that much, so I don't invest in a fancy box. So I'm gonna keep walking and I'll catch you guys back when we get down at the water. As promised, here is my fly box. Check that out. So let's see what we got. All right, I'm fishing quite a large dry fly based off of the fish eating my indicator last time, but this kind of looks like a little black ant, but it's got the little feathers, so it might look like a little fly on the surface. We'll see how it works out. After making my way down the creek, I came across the first set of pools that look like they should hold fish. Okay, here is one and only hope. Oh, he came up on it. There we go. I don't think you guys got to see that at all, but that is my first trout on a dry fly. And dude, I don't have wet hands and I'm sitting pretty far up. Check out dry fly. Beauty of the little guy. All right, that was interesting to see. So as the fly would go over it, the fish wouldn't hit, but as I would jam it upstream, moving, he would come up and smack it. So I wonder if the stuff on the surface they're hitting must be like those little water bugs that kind of skirt across the top. They almost look like little spiders. But I'm gonna try that from now on. I'll kind of pull it up the stream and see if that gets them to bite. Okay, the thought is, well, there could definitely be trout up in this fast moving water, so let's try that first. I'm gonna reel really far down. I definitely feel like there's probably a fish maybe in the back of that stuff. Probably just can't reach it. Maybe I can. Let's try this. This is the most difficult game of operation you'll ever play. We're on. I don't know if I can get it out, but I know we're on. Come here. That is a monster. Okay, getting down low. Real low. There's a bunch of trout up here, and I'm trying to slingshot. Okay, I'm gonna try to get down here. Almost everything. I don't see anything out. There we go. Oh, that was the coolest eat I've ever had. That's the coolest eat I've ever had. Let's get the fly back. Beauty. This will be the nicest release we've had today. There he is. Go down the rocks. All right, guys, it is close to noon right now. It's like 11:30, and you can see the sun is high. I just actually had a bug land right on my hand. Oh, just came off. So, bugs are coming out right now. That should be good. What the heck? All right, I am about 2 to 3 miles down this creek, and I want to show you guys something quite creepy. All right, so we were just standing right there, and I was walking. Let me know the creepiest thing you can find way down a creek. So weird. Oh. Well, gotta watch out a little bit. That'll be going in. Oh, there we go. That was such a cool shot. Am I filming? Yes. Oh my gosh. Dry in the mouth. Oh, that was so sick. Oh, got him on. He's stuck. Oh no. What do I do here? Another absolute beauty. Eating pretty healthy. Okay, so we got one trout on the backside and we got one up on the surface. There we go. That was so sick. He jammed for it. Came out and hammered that DryFly. I couldn't have asked for a better experience than that right there. I mean, like I said, my casting's horrible, so the fact that I was able to slingshot the fly over correctly, slightly correctly, have the trout come up on the surface, see it boil. Hopefully we'll pick it up in the camera. We'll zoom in the best we can. I'm gonna hit maybe 2 more pools, and then I'm gonna hike back out because that's what I came to do. That was the whole adventure, was hike into this canyon, find a pool, get a cool like DryFly eat on the surface, and we just did that. It's a small fish. It's a great adventure. Can't ask for more than that.